in the middle of a game, ball came up during a soccer game. We hit one of our players in the hand, and we were so honest that we were like, yeah, hit us in the hand, but only because someone from the other team goes, hand, was calling it out. And as soon as we were like, yeah, it was a hand, he was like, oh, I was just kidding, I didn't actually see it, but like, they both just were like so honest, like from both sides. So it was just kind of like, it was weird because you never see that in soccer.
Just to note, the day before they cleared off the fields, but the fields are still a little wet. I had my indoor soccer cleats on playing outdoors, which is a bad idea when the field's wet. So one-on-one with this girl, scores 2-1, trying to score really quick. I ended up passing the ball down the line and tried running along the other side of her. She started bodying me, and I'm like, you know, it's intramural, it's not gonna like body a girl. I ended up getting around her, and I stopped the ball right at the line. And as I stopped it, I like turned to like kind of get a pass back off. I ended up slipping backwards, tried catching myself, and then I landed right on my wrist and shattered my wrist. I look behind me, I see a bunch of sorority girls behind me, and I'm like, oh God, Joe, don't cry, because obviously not gonna cry in front of some sorority girls. I get up and my wrist is just like not working like at all. I'm like, oh, my wrist is broken. And the worst part was one of my friends said, Joe, like, let's sub at the next whistle, and that would have been the next whistle, but instead I broke my wrist, so.
That, and by the end of the second half, or near the end of the second half, we were like 15, 16, 0, and then we had like 3 minutes left to play, and they're like, you're done, game over, and they like blew a whistle, and we're like, what? And they were like, well, you're down 16-0, like you lost.
One of the games I was playing, one kid was just hands over everybody, and at one point I, got the ball from the keeper, stopped it, held it, comes up from behind me, and he had his arms like around me, like he's almost hugging me. So I'm standing there holding the ball at my feet. He's hugging me. I'm looking at the ref in the eyes, like, are you gonna call this? Are you gonna call this? And he's like, I'm like, all right. So I give the ball away, looking at him like, hope you're happy.
So I said I would play goalie because, I'm tall. And I've never actually played goalie before, but like, I understand the basics. But I was not great. I was good, I was okay, but like, I didn't really know what I was doing. And then another time someone shot it and I jumped up to punch it up, but I didn't really know if I hit it because I also like grazed the bar. So then everyone was asking me if I hit it, and I said I didn't know, and then everybody got into a huge argument whether it was a corner kick or a goal kick, and like, I was just kind of like standing there, and I'm just like, yeah, I really don't know if I hit it or not. And people were like, how do you not know if you hit it or not? I'm like, I don't know, like, it happened so fast, like, you're in the moment, and ball's coming, and you just jump up, I still don't know if I hit it or not.
The funniest thing that's ever happened to me while playing inner tube water polo was with an interaction with this girl on the opposite team. So there were 3 guys on her team and 3 guys on mine, and basically it was all of them playing against each other and just me and this other girl kind of just sitting there like watching everything happen. And we kind of just glanced at each other at one point while the guys are trying to flip each other over in the tubes, and we're kind of just like, why are we here?
So I was playing second base in an intramural softball game, and I don't really know how to play softball. So I caught the ball and I got so excited, and there was a kid running from first base, like he ran to first base and was coming to second base, and I turned around and went, whoo! And I scared him, and he literally backpedaled so fast, and he was like a huge kid, and afterwards he came up to me, he was like, you really actually scared me, and it was pretty funny because his whole team was like yelling at him and being like, oh!